we're checking out what you need to know before moving to Torrance, California. What's up, everybody? Shane Inman here, local real estate agent in Southern California, helping families move here from all over the world. And so on this channel, we cover everything about the South Bay. So Torrance, Gardena, Lawndale, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, Palos Verdes, and all of this area. So if you're thinking of moving to this area, definitely watch some of our videos and check out what's going on and learn about the area. And if you have any questions, feel free to call or text or email me or comment down below. All right, so today we're looking at 5 reasons you might not want to move to Torrance. And I live in Torrance and I like it, but that doesn't mean that everyone's gonna like the same thing. And I have clients that move here and they think, oh, I wanna live in Torrance, and then they find that there's certain things in their search criteria that just doesn't match with what Torrance has to offer. So today I thought we'd look at some of the things clients have brought up as reasons why they chose not to live in Torrance, and that way it can help you inform yourself on if it's a good decision or if maybe there's another surrounding town that could be a good fit for you. All right, and the number one reason I hear people moving to Torrance or looking in the area decide that it's not what they were looking for is just the smaller footprint of the home. So a lot of the homes might have been built in the 1960s, and because of that, maybe it just has a smaller floor plan in the design. And so if you're somebody looking for a big home, maybe you're moving from Texas and you've got a 3,000 square foot home, the 1,600 square foot home here may not be a good fit for you. And obviously there's options. There's always townhomes or condos that might be a little bigger on the interior, or there's also just, maybe homes that have been remodeled. So there are options, but it's good to know that when looking in Torrance, you might be looking at a smaller floor plan on the interior than what you might be used to. All right, and number 2 on the list of reasons that I hear people, change their mind on looking at Torrance is just how big of a town and spread out it is. So it could be a good option for you if you're looking to be close to the beach or further from the beach or close to the freeways. That could be a good thing because there are different options in different areas of Torrance, but it is a big town. And so if you're somebody that likes that small town feel, you don't necessarily get that in Torrance. You get that in different parts of Torrance, in different pockets. Maybe you're in South Torrance and you know a lot of people living in South Torrance or the Hollywood Riviera or North Torrance or Old Torrance. But these are all portions and pockets of Torrance. And so Torrance as a whole is a very big area. And so there's a lot as far as shops and buildings and restaurants and different things in Torrance to get out of it. But if you're somebody that just wants to go for a walk and visit every little shop around you, that may not be a possibility wherever you're living in Torrance. So it just kind of has a little bit more bigger feel to it. Just driving from my home to get to the freeway can take me 15 minutes just to get to the freeway. So just hitting different stoplights, and then obviously you get onto the freeway, and that's a whole nother story. All right, and number 3 is actually a little bit about what I was just talking about, and that is the traffic. And so traffic in LA in general is terrible, and so Torrance is no exclusion to that. Different parts of Torrance, you might be closer to a freeway or further from a freeway, and so that might help. But as a whole, Torrance does have a lot of traffic getting on or Southern California does have a lot of traffic getting on the freeway and going around. All right, and number 4 on the list of reasons that you may not be looking at Torrance as a place to live is just affordability or cost of living. Southern California is expensive and Torrance is expensive. And so depending on what your budget is and what you're looking for in a home, it may be difficult to find what you're looking for. For instance, in a rental property, just for a 1-bedroom renting in Torrance, it's difficult to find for less than $2,000 a month. And then, depending on the neighborhood and the area of Torrance you're looking in, it's going to be difficult to find a single family residence for under $1 million. So it's just good to do your research, figure out what's important in your search and what your budget is, talk with the lender and figure out what you can afford. And if you're at a spot where you're not even sure what you can afford, feel free to call or email me and I can have you talk with a lender and figure out exactly what could work with your budget and what's out there as options, and if that is even a possibility. And number 5, the last reason for not moving to Torrance is the weather. And it just depends on the person. If you're somebody that wants the seasons, you're really not getting the seasons here in Torrance. You know, this summer has been a little bit humid, and you get maybe a week of heat, but it's not something where you're getting super hot and dry days, or super humid days, or super cold days in the winter, or snow. I feel like year round I get some warm days and I get some summer days in January or February and in July and August, kind of any month of the year, but I don't really ever feel like it's a changing of seasons. I feel like it's one season all year long, and you get different ups and downs from that one season. So if you're somebody that really wants to be curling up by a fire in the winter time, that may not be something that you're going to get here. You might actually have to pack away your winter clothes. I think I have a bag full of winter clothes that I have not worn since I moved down here, other than maybe if I go up to the mountains or something for the vacation. But yeah, weather changes are not something that really happens here in Torrance. So if you're somebody that needs that, that might not be a good spot for you. But as I mentioned, if you're thinking of moving to Torrance or Southern California in general, and you're just not sure where to start, feel free to reach out, call, text, or email me, and I'd love to help you get started. And even if you do know, I'd love to help you get started and figure out what could be a good fit for you in what neighborhood and what area based on your budget.